Hello friends, let's see 11th question from Electric Circuits and Network. In this question, we have to find Thevenin's voltage and Thevenin's impedance from the given network. In this network, we can see a dependent source denoted as 3I1. This is a current dependent voltage source. So, while we are having dependent source, it's not the same procedure as we usually do in network without dependent sources. So there is a small change in in doing calculation for such networks having dependent source. Okay, so let's first understand what are dependent sources. These are sources in which the source depends on another variable, current or voltage. So there are four types of dependent sources. The first one, this AV, written as AV. This first one is voltage dependent voltage source. How I said this is voltage dependent voltage source means, anyway, we can see the figure contains positive and negative sign. That means this is a voltage source. And A, B, C, D, all these are variables like constant values. Any value it can be. Like in the question it is 3I means 3 is a constant value. Likewise A, B, C, D are constant values. And this voltage source is depending on another voltage value, that is this V. So what will be this? This is a voltage source which depends on current I. Therefore it is a current dependent voltage source. Now this is the source having this source is shown like it is having an arrow, right? That arrow means this is a current source and it depends on a voltage value. So this is a voltage dependent current source. And the last one is a current dependent current source. So these are four types of dependent sources. Now let's see how to solve the network containing dependent sources. When a network is given with which having a dependent sources, first of all what we have to do is we have to consider another voltage source connected to the terminal at which we have to find the Thevenin's voltage. We have to find the Thevenin's voltage and Thevenin's resistance at AB terminal. So first we have to consider a voltage source at this AB terminal and consider a current flowing from this this voltage source. This voltage source we have to consider a current is flowing from this voltage source. Now let's redraw this given network into a Thevenin's resistance and Thevenin's voltage form. This network is redrawn as a Thevenin circuit which again contains this voltage source and current is flowing from this voltage source. And while writing the equation for this network, I is equal to V minus VTH by RTH. From that we will get V equal to VTH plus I RTH. This is the standard equation that is needed for solving such questions. Okay. Now let's draw the given network and again connect, as we already learned, we have to connect a voltage source across AB and we have to show a current is flowing from this voltage source. Now let's apply KVL. While applying KVL, we will get the equation as V minus 2I minus 3I1 minus 10I1 equal to 0. This I1 is given in the circuit. And this is a current dependent voltage source. So this dependent source is current dependent voltage source, and the dependent current is I1 that is flowing through this 10 ohm resistance. Okay. So while applying that, I1 is denoted here as capital I1 and the current that we have considered is written as capital I. Now let's write the first equation as V equal to 2I plus 13I1. Now let's see, this I1 is the current, is the sum of the currents of 5 ampere and this I that we have assumed. This assumed current I and 5 ampere becomes this I1. Okay, by applying this KCL, we can understand this equation. But this I1 is coming to this node, and this 5 ampere is also coming to this node. And the summation gives I1. So the second equation is I1 equal to I plus 5. Now put this second equation in the first equation, and we get V equal to 2I plus 13 into I plus 5, and V equal to 15I plus 65. Now let's compare this equation with the standard equation V equal to RTHI plus VTH. That means VTH is 65 volt and RTH is 15 ohm. This is how we solve this question. Let's see which option gives this answer. RTH is 15 ohm and VTH is 65 volt. So the option D is the right answer. That is 15 ohm resistance connected in series with a 65 volt. Therefore, Thevenin's voltage is 65 volt and Thevenin's resistance is 15 ohm. Option D is the right answer. Hope you understood this question. If you have any doubt, please ask in the comment section. Let's see in another video with next another question. Hope thank you. Have a good day.